women do not date out of their race enough, and God, please release my sisters from the shackle of only dating black men. I feel like it's time for us to explore our options. It's way more of life to see, way more experiences to have.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as per the title, guys, you can see in today's video, we're going to be talking about this beautiful woman that you're currently viewing here. Her name is Lauren Speed Hamilton. Just in case you guys aren't necessarily familiar with her, she went on this show on Netflix, which is called Love is Blind. She was on the very first season. And she came out and spoke about the fact that, you know, she was in her early 30s back then. And she said she was on it because the whole premise of that Love is Blind show is that ultimately you're going to have all of these speed dating. And I think within like 4 weeks, you're going to decide whether a person that you have never really seen in your entire life, if this is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. And naturally, as you guys can see here, this beautiful couple, his name is Cameron. They basically fell in love behind the pods, as they like to call it, on that show. And ever since, they have been inseparable. I think they recently celebrated their 5 years anniversary. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I wanted to come on here and talk about a clip that recently went viral because allegedly Lauren came out here and she spoke about how white men, in comparison to black male, white men tend to see relationship and marriage overall so differently from black male. And naturally, we know whenever a black woman come out here and state facts, we already know that these male, in conjunction with the pick-me woman that they will never really choose, they have an issue with that, right? So guys, check out this clip, see what this TikToker had to say about what Lauren allegedly said, and then we will come back with more.
Let me tell you something. This has been going all over my Facebook. I mean, everybody's having this conversation about what Lauren said. And I'm going to tell you right now, I 100% agree with what she said. And I agree with it. And we need to start having these conversations without being called anti-black. She said Caucasian men value relationships and marriages more than black men. And the person above that, I loved what she said. Culturally and socially, they do. Most white people are raised to marry. Many white people even get married right out of college. They are raised to strive for a two-parent household, while black people are usually raised in a very different household culturally. And as mad as y'all want to get about what she said, it is 100% the truth. Okay? I went to a predominantly white high school when my mom moved us out the hood. Predominantly white high school. I graduated. My class was almost 600. Okay? I was the only black girl in that school when I got there. The only. And let me tell you, I have most of these people as my friends on Facebook today, and they are all married. Them white boys stay with their high school sweethearts, or after college, they married the same woman that they were with. They are in a two-parent household raising their children together. So as mad as y'all want to get about that, culturally, yes, they are raised different. They're wired different. Their parents are raising them different. And as mad as y'all want to get, that's the 100% truth.
So there you have it. And the reason that I said allegedly is because after the whole thing went viral, a lot of people has been saying that Lauren herself, she came out and she denied the fact that she ever said this. And my thing is, whether Lauren did say this or not, I mean, the facts still remain true, because how many times do we not see black male coming out here talking about they're going to be these city boys for their entire life? Like, we already know that black male, they will be very adamant out here talking about the fact that they're going to remain these bachelor, they're going to continue to live their city boy life when they're in their 50s, their 60s, and they're not really any more good to themselves. That's when they will want to be out here talking about now they want to settle down. Lauren, she came out and she said the reason that she went on this dating show It's because she, unfortunately, like so many Black women, they're tied down to these shackle. They feel like they have to be loyal to the group of male that are literally the biggest treasonous group of male that ever walked this planet Earth. And unfortunately, we know that so many Black women has been conditioned to feel this way because Black woman has been taught from very early on that you as a Black woman, you're supposed to be loyal, you're supposed to be this ride or die, you're supposed to literally only have interest in Black male, when Black male, on the other hand, out of every group of people on this planet Earth, these male date out of the race the most, literally out of everyone. So I'm so happy that Lauren decided that she was going to go on Love is Blind. And literally, as you guys can see, she has had her happily ever after, right? And this man, Cameron, he's a scientist. Obviously, he adores her. And in case you guys haven't really seen Love is Blind, the very first season, I do recommend you guys to go and check it out because their love story is literally one of the most beautiful one that I've ever seen in the history of dating show. And like I said, this just goes to show that you as a Black woman, you should not continue to put yourself in a box because this only benefit Black males at the end of the day. Because had Lauren continued with that mindset that she had, that she were only gonna date Black men, I'm pretty sure she would have now still been in her, I think like she's probably in like her middle or late 30s. I'm pretty sure at this point, had she not came to epiphany and realized that she has so many better options out here, I'm pretty sure Lauren, like so many other Black women that has the desire to get married, she probably would have still been unmarried as she was out here, unfortunately, waiting for Black male like so many Black women continue to do. But guys, y'all know when I saw this clip, I naturally had to hop into the comment section to see what people were saying. Naturally, I have to bring some of those comments on here for you guys. So check out these comments, see what people had to say, and then we will come back with more. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And as you guys can see, a lot of people were saying Lauren, she came out and she debunked ever saying this. A lot of people were also agreeing that this is indeed true. Like white men and non-black male as a whole, they value the nuclear family. They value having a wife. They cherish you. These male, on the other hand, black male, they will say how they have zero desire in marriage, how marriage don't benefit men. Have you guys ever noticed a group of males that are the least producing males of society? How you guys notice these males being so concerned about women taking their resources, taking their money, taking their house? I mean, males, how are we as women gonna take stuff that you guys don't necessarily have? I think it is quite ironic that these males will be out here calling women all of these gold digger, which I think is quite ironic, because in order for us as women to dig gold, first you will have to have actual gold. But nonetheless, guys, like I said, I did wanted to come on here briefly talk about this whole situation. And like I said, if these males are so pressed that black women are out here vocalizing the fact that if they do want to be married, if they do want to be loved, respected, cherished, then they will have to go out here and date non-black men, which I'm ecstatic to see so much more black women coming out here doing it. Because if this woman didn't win, again, like I mentioned previously, had Lauren not went on this show, she probably would have still been either single in a situationship, or she at this point would have probably been a single baby mama. But we know that these male, they like to run with the whole narrative, oh, you as a black woman, the only reason why you're going out here is because black male, they rejected you, which is so ludicrous. I mean, look at Lauren. I'm pretty sure she had these male that she had to beat off of her, but unfortunately, because she was in a little secluded place where she were only interested in these male, I'm pretty sure this is exactly why she had to go on this show. Like I said, had Lauren not went on this show, she wouldn't have met this amazing man, Cameron, that literally adores her. From on the show, he told her he was going to be the provider. He was always going to be there for her. And as y'all can see, 5 years later, they recently celebrated their 5-year anniversary. And this is why I say kudos to you, black woman. Continue to go out here, continue to explore your option, go where you're celebrated rather than tolerated. This is all that I have to say on this whole situation, but I would love to hear what you guys have to say about Lauren allegedly coming out here and saying that white men value marriage and relationship more than black male. I would also love to hear what you guys have to say about black male and the Pygmishas woman respond to this. What are your thoughts and opinion, or please get in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.
Black women, it's time to hold ourselves accountable, because we are reaping what we sowed. We have lied and gassed black men up for centuries, letting them think that they are kings with no kingdoms, letting them think that they are the emperor when they are naked. And now we are dealing with the consequences of those actions. Instead of being honest with black men and requiring them to do better for not only themselves, but the community that they helped create, we have allowed them to tear it apart and then put it back together quietly behind their backs, and then still let them get the credit for it.